Okay, guys, welcome. Sorry for the delay. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, and that's just how the digital world operates these days. So I am being joined by, let's see, we can get Wendy's microphone, and okay, let's see. All right, I think your camera is off. You have to turn your camera on. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so let me plug in. And we are. Can you hear me okay? Hold on. Unmute yourself. Unmute. You can hear me. I can't hear you. Just hit the down below. There's like a little mute button. Just click on that mute button.
There it is.
Okay. Perfect. I knew we would get it. It's just a matter of trying to figure it out. Okay, cool. Cool, guys. So we have Wendy and Joseph. We're basically doing these series of videos, and what we were just talking about is trying to pick a time when more people will be able to see these videos, but they will be recorded and posted, or rather uploaded to YouTube, and then they will be posted throughout social media, Facebook, etc. So Wendy's going to cover some of the things that we're going to have as topics going forward. So maybe, Wendy, you can kind of give them sort of like a week-long, like a guide as to what topics we're going to be covering.
Okay, well, like for this week, the topics we want to cover, we want to talk a little further about what we've already been discussing on trying to get people off of psych meds, helping people with depression and anxiety. We also want to cover people that are into sports and helping people's sports injuries and recovering from sports, like, people who are like athletes and how these patches can help them recover. But then we also want to get a little bit into the like how they work and why there's a need, why there's different patches, because people have asked, why is there more than one? And so we can get a little bit into how they work and why there's more than one patch. So we'll kind of cover like maybe all three of those this week.
Yeah, that's a lot to cover, guys. The stem cell craze is just, people are spending millions and millions. There's so many companies that are trying to, get onto that bandwagon. But it's not all that you think it is. And so that's really what we're trying to do, is we want to break down and then, of course, give you this amazing technology. So Wendy, what I thought I would do, or what we could do, is kind of let them see the founder, like just, who he is. The guy's amazing. He started this business, or he started this science, really, I think it was like 15 something years ago. There was something with the military. I know the military wanted him to develop some performance enhancement type of way, like, these soldiers, or what was it, like Navy SEALs or something?
Yeah, it was the Navy SEALs to give them more endurance. Yeah.
So I guess he was really successful, because here we are 15 years later, man. And we're giving all kinds of success, to people of all ages, not just, the elderly, but so many young people now, and we're going to talk about that. So let's introduce him. We're going to play just a short little video, and then we'll be back and we'll basically kind of explain some of the things that he's talking about and what the idea of LifeWave, how that all came about, and how light is very integral to making this whole science work. So without any further interruptions, I am going to introduce David Schmidt, the founder LifeWave, and let me hit the screen share. It's nice when you can do this all remotely on the fly and just press and click buttons, and everything should usually work. Okay, so here we are. Let's expand this a little bit so we can see that a little better. Okay, cool.
With wearable technology like this? No way. But they didn't know this inventor, David Schmidt, LifeWave's founder and CEO, who made what some said was impossible, possible. David's commitment to tap into our natural human energy at the cellular level without drugs or stimulants led to LifeWave being launched in the early 2000s. His mission? To share products with the world that enhance people's health, wellness, beauty, and longevity without drugs. Today, after thousands of clinical studies on light therapy, it's an accepted science, and LifeWave is at the forefront of it all. The big break came in 2004 during the U.S. Olympic trials, where elite swimmers under NCAA coaching icon and LifeWave proponent Richard Quick were setting their own lifetime records using LifeWave's energy enhancers, our first product. The word got out. Controversy, driven by skeptics, followed. But LifeWave was proven to be a safe, non-drug technology. A tidal wave of interest of professional athletes, trainers, health practitioners, scientists, as well as everyday people, finding out that things were just better with LifeWave. More energy, more stamina, more enthusiasm for life. But David didn't stop there. He refined the science, inventing new ways to reduce pain, to improve sleep, to get rid of stress, and more, all without drugs. National stories, interviews, celebrity partnerships followed. Then, people in other countries heard of LifeWave's unique products, and the international growth wave began. After all, when you feel great, it shows in any language. And then it happened. You've heard of the Big Bang Theory? LifeWave's Big Bang was no theory, and it changed everything. It was summer 2018. Stem cells and the growing awareness of their ever-increasing value within the human body made headlines across the world. But for more than 10 years, David Schmidt had already been researching our body's aging process and how stem cells could help. He zeroed in on what was possible in activating existing stem cells. And then he figured out how to use LifeWave technology to elevate a copper peptide already proven, with decades of research behind it, to activate stem cells without injections. And the rest is history. X39 was born. When X39 launched in early 2019, the response was stunning. The testimonials flowed in. Today, it has proven to be an invention that has taken the world of health and wellness by storm, and it is changing people's lives everywhere. And LifeWave is growing fast as a result. David says X39 is his best achievement yet. The world is turning to LifeWave. Distribution in more than 100 countries, over 80 clinical research and published studies, more than 100 filed and issued worldwide patents held by David, including over 70 in the field of regenerative science, and zero competition. What's it all mean? If you are hearing about LifeWave for the very first time, you are standing at a crossroads. The opportunity for you to profit from our accelerating growth is now. Will you be among those who take advantage? LifeWave is established, proven, at the start of something big, really big. And you're at the threshold too. You can help people discover how great it feels to feel great again with LifeWave. This is the definition of opportunity. This is LifeWave.
Awesome, awesome. That was a great video. I just want to make sure my mic is turned on. Okay. I mean, what I am so excited about, Wendy, and I think we share the same excitement, is that the goal of LifeWave is to really patch 1 billion people. I mean, 1 billion people.
Yeah, 1 billion.
That's like, it's not 1 million, it's not 10 million, it's not 100 million, it's 1 billion, right? That's a lot of patches. Now, last year in 2019, I looked it up, and just if you had to guess a number, just throw out some number. How many patches did LifeWave how many patches did last year in 2019, the whole year, did LifeWave manufacture produce? Just take a wild guess.
I haven't looked into that. Like
It's in the millions. I'll give you a hint. It's in the
um,
multi-millions.
I don't know, 10 million.
Not bad. Close. 30 million patches. So
Wow.
it's like staggering and mind-boggling. So it's not like just this little tiny company that's operating, in some location in California. I mean, this company has fulfillment centers like in I think 15 countries, distribution locations, and then they're in over
all
100,
over the world. Yeah.
all over the world. So that's why we're so excited, guys, because the company has taken the time to translate our materials, our marketing materials and videos, etc., into like umpteen languages. I lost count how many different languages it's translated into. It's like, when you think about patching people and you think about the benefits that people are getting, it's just like mind-boggling, because it's really saving lives. Like, you're really helping people to change their life, to just look younger, but to actually have more of a quality life.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Even if it's not necessarily like, something that's saving a life, it's helping quality of life, which is huge. I mean, what is life without quality, right?
Totally. And so as we see in that video, and there's so many different videos, maybe, we from time to time will have the opportunity to share more videos. But guys, here's what's so cool. Okay. Wendy has been amazing at doing some research, and she's really going to put together, we want to have a series on exactly what stem cells do.
Yeah. It's really, there's a lot to it. But trying to, find a way to just make it real understandable to everybody, break it down.
It's so to me, like, I never really knew what stem cells really did. I mean, I was just doing some reading of the information that you had researched, and like the Mayo Clinic, and it was like,
and the
wow.
John Hopkins has a lot on it too.
That's,
but yeah, it's actually very, very simple what the patches do. That part is simple, but to learn how they work, there's a lot into, you got to understand how the body works and understand how cells work and stem cells work. And then it makes knowing how they work more understandable.
Yeah. I did a video last month, maybe it was a month ago, and I'm really into like history, and me personally, like, I've been studying the Bible, reading the Bible for many, many, many years. And one of the things I was always fascinated by is how people lived longer before the flood of Noah, and I was like, what was it that they had in their bodies that we don't have anymore? Right. So, somebody back then could live 500, 800. I think Noah lived to be like 900. What was it? 950.
And when there was like I think it was Methuselah lived like 1,000 or 900, something like
69, 969. Yeah.
Okay.
That's really good. Hey, that's pretty good that you know that stuff, Wendy. Wow. Because most people don't really know that kind of stuff. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, I was like blown away by the fact that I read somewhere, it was in some magazine or some science magazine, that said that people back then, when somebody was 300, 400, 500, 600 years old, they didn't look any older than a 30, 40, maybe 50-year-old person today. That's crazy, right? Yeah. So that's why, like, I really am fascinated by the stem cells, because that's like your genetic, how your body is programmed.
How it was intended to work, but it's obviously not, they're not working that way right now.
Yeah. And that's why we're so excited to help people to restore some of the hazards that we're being affected by, just the foods that we eat, the air that we breathe, just the normal aging process. I mean, we can do things to prolong, help our bodies to stay younger, a little bit longer. But man, these patches. And so what Wendy did is she's going to put something really cool together, because every different patch, there's so many different patches that you were explaining it to me. Kind of tell them why the different patches, like what's the reason why?
Well, the reason I want to do a little more research is because that's hard to explain the scientific part of right now. I'm kind of learning more about that, but there's the main one that kind of goes to work in all of your cells, but there's specific stem cells that are geared, like say maybe one's more for your lungs, or one's more for your joints, or one's more for your brain, and so they're able to target with somehow, and we'll explain that later, they're able to target those specific areas with certain patches. That's
it. It's just crazy. Today I have, these the easiest place to show people, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I particularly, and Wendy too, a lot of times, I mean, there's more patches that we wear in different parts of our body, obviously, but the main one, sometimes it's just easier because, especially in the summertime, you're wearing short sleeves, and it is really something that people look at. They're like, oh wow, what does that do, or how does that work, or and for college kids too, I really think that college kids probably are an untapped market because of the performance in school, right?
Yes, it really helps with focus. It helps with just kind of memory, comprehension, focus is like a big one. All of those together, and I mean, who doesn't need that when they're going through school or your job?
Right. Now, I do want to state on this video, and I think we should, Wendy, just because there unfortunately are, you've got people that are pro patch, and you've got people that are anti patch. And like I was telling Wendy, she had discovered something, and I had actually seen a few of these pop up over the last probably 4 or 5 months. And I've actually tried to have intelligent conversations with these people, but they are just bent on calling us a scam. And I thought, okay, whatever. And the reason they say that is because of placebo. Now, I would recommend anybody get the book by Dr. Joe Dispenza, because I've been following him for the last 3 years or so. And he wrote a book called You Are the Placebo. And you can get it on Amazon, just get it in the bookstore. You Are the Placebo. And guess what that book says? That there is a placebo and there is a nocebo. And all you have to do is just look at what you as a person can do. Like if somebody gives you a sugar pill and says, hey, this is going to cure your cancer or whatever, then you would do that, but it's all about understanding how to get yourself so that the thing that you believe is going to change, like if somebody says, you're going to die in 6 months, if you believe that, then you're probably going to die. If a doctor diagnoses you with cancer or some disease. All I'm saying, guys, is there are double-blind studies with LifeWave, multiple double-blind studies. We even have a patch for horses. And the amazing thing is that animals don't have the cognitive ability that we have. So it's like, how would a horse know that it's getting better because they're wearing a patch that gives them, more balance? Maybe it helps boost their antioxidant levels. I mean, it just doesn't make sense that people would accuse LifeWave of creating patches that have no science, no testimonials, no results. That it just boggles my mind, and I feel sad for people like that. On the other hand, Wendy, it could be big pharma too, because they know that, hey, if we're producing something that's very affordable, that almost everybody can afford, and you don't have to pay thousands of dollars for stem cell injections, well, their business is going to dwindle.
Yeah, exactly. And like we talked about before, they could, they could, I don't know if this happens, but you think they could potentially lose a lot of money. So they might be putting that, out there just so they don't lose money.
Yeah, it's so I'm just putting that disclaimer out there, guys, that if anybody sees any of those, that's what you have to do, is you have to go at least look at what a real placebo is, because obviously we're not telling people what these patches are going to do. We're just letting people wear them, sample them, and then they get the results. Like the testimonials are all over the place. It's not like I'm going to say, okay, Wendy, let me wear the patch, and you're going to say, hey, Joe, you're going to have more energy, but I already have more energy, so maybe I'm going to be like, well, I didn't feel any more energy, but maybe I didn't notice that, hey, my skin is getting smoother. Maybe my hair's growing in thicker. Maybe I'm sleeping better at night. Maybe I have better memory and more. So Wendy didn't tell me those things. She didn't tell me those things, were going to happen to me. And that's what we're saying, guys. We give the patch to everybody.
Yeah, and everybody has a different experience. And then we just, we kind of talk about each person's experience, but each person's experience is different.
And it's cumulative, guys. That's the other thing. It's not like you just wear it for a month and like, okay, you can, like you're good to go. Like, do you want to stop breathing air tomorrow? Or are you going to continue to breathe air every day? So that's what these patches do, right? They're like, looks like Wendy's having a battle with
I know.
her
I am.
laptop.
Well, no, it's not my laptop. It's my phone, and so I'm trying to hold my phone up.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm like, and my arm's getting tired. My arm's like, I don't have anything to prop it.
Oh, no. Well, you don't need to put your phone up there, do you? Or is the phone camera what you're broadcasting on? It is? Oh, so so what are you broadcasting on your laptop?
I'm on my laptop. The laptop is the Zoom and my phone is the StreamYard.
Oh, I thought you did it the other way around.
That's okay.
Okay. Well, can't you set your, you can't put your camera down. Oh,
I don't have anywhere to put it. It's okay. It's good.
Okay. Well,
I don't care.
Hey, that's good exercise, just like this is what she's doing, guys.
I'll be she's working out with my phone.
Yeah, right. So do the left hand and then switch to the right hand.
I am. That's what I'm doing.
That's great.
And then with it's like it starts going like this eventually, and then it's like, and when my hand gets tired, it's like.
Oh, that's why we lost your signal for a second.
No, we lost the signal because somebody tried to call me and then it disconnected.
I love technology, man. It's so awesome, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, that is great. Hey, guys, that's one of the things about being a LifeWave distributor or doing this business. If you're looking for a side hustle, you want to look at extra income. I mean, there's so many different opportunities out there. I would have to say this is one of the most unique opportunities, for the simple reason is that we have no competition. I mean, zero competition. Yeah. Nobody can clone our patches. David Schmidt was such a brilliant guy that back in the day when he started, he got patents all over the place. I mean, nobody can make and duplicate his stuff. They can't even make a knockoff because he owns the patent for wearing the patch. I mean, this patch technology, guys, is the only one of its kind in the world. That's like crazy. It's like saying, oh, okay, I'm going to go buy one down at Walgreens, or I'm going to go to CVS. Or, guys, you can't get it in any store. Wendy is the only way, and I'm the only way, or another LifeWave person, distributor. And so let's see, I don't think there's any special promotion right now, but
I haven't checked today. I can actually check while we're talking.
okay. All right. I haven't checked either. So one of the things, guys, that's really interesting is these can be bought retail if you happen to bump into somebody, that is a LifeWave distributor and that happens to have a 30-day supply for $149. And, still, I mean, that's a great deal because I paid way more for stuff that didn't come close. But if you really do it the smart way, like a lot of people, you can get on auto ship and they save $50, you get it for $99. Or you can do what Wendy and I did and come in at the silver package. The silver package is probably one of the easiest and best packages to get started, right?
Yeah, it's the best one. It's the best bang for your buck for starting out, I think.
Yeah. And, it's a money back guarantee, guys. It's a money back guarantee. That's the one thing that eliminates any risk because people can say all they want. But, if you're
so just try it, for yourself. And there's no risk. And you'll, be your own, don't rely on what somebody else tells you. Find out for yourself.
Totally. And that's kind of what we're really saying. So what we're going to do, guys, to make it easy for everybody is these videos, we're going to post an event. We're going to actually have a schedule. In fact, that's a great idea, Wendy. We should come up with a calendar schedule of when our videos are going to be taking place because they're live. And what we would like to do is we would like to get people actually asking questions where we can even take questions since it's a live broadcast.
That's a good idea. If anybody has questions or like something they would want us to do, the next broadcast, like on that particular subject or answer those questions, just send us the questions.
I mean, we can, I mean, you can do that. We can even feel them in real time because we do have, let me show you how cool this is. I don't know if I showed you this before, Wendy, but there's a comment.
I just looked.
Oh, go ahead.
I just looked there. Well, there's no promotions today, but there may be tomorrow. So we'll see.
Okay.
I'll check tomorrow.
Yeah. So you got to come back tomorrow. But if you ask a question, how long does it? Okay. So here's a question and here's what it would look like. So if you ask a question, it looks just like this. When somebody asks a question, it will be put on the screen and it will have your name. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, whatever, like I have a YouTube account, so it's called Joseph Anthony, and it would have your profile picture if you set up a profile picture. If you don't, it will just have like a little empty circle. But basically, and if you do it from Facebook, it will look similar, and we'll get to say hi to you, and we can answer your question, and you can do it in real time, and you can talk to Wendy and I right here. How would that be? If you guys would like that, that would kind of be cool. I mean, that seems like it just saves you time of having to email and wait for an answer. Now, if we don't know the question, Wendy, what are we going to do?
We're going to research it and find the answer. Get back to you.
We'll get back to you guys. There are some questions occasionally. I mean, I'm not the scientist. Wendy's not the scientist. David Schmidt is the scientist. He has a team of brilliant minds that are working with the guy to develop this technology. It's just, so, but that's what we're going to do. And so we're going to put topics, right, Wendy? So we're going to list the topic for that video, like what we're going to be focused on for that video.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
And that's kind of what we want people to do, is to basically ask us what topics you would like us to talk about, like in terms of, ADD, dementia. And I've seen some really good studies, by the way, on dementia wearing patches, wearing X39.
Yeah, dementia. And then actually spinal injuries. I've heard there's some, stem cell regeneration is good for that as well.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. So I'm really excited, and I think we can do some, really cool videos, upcoming videos. So Anything I'm leaving out, Wendy? Is there anything that we wanted to mention today?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, there's so much. There's so much to
I
talk
know.
about. It's like I can't cover it all in one day, but
I know.
we'll cover more tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly, guys. And that was one of the things that Wendy and I really believe is an attention span. We know that most people are distracted during the day. They're busy. They've got their WhatsApp. They've got their Facebook. Their all kinds of Snapchat, TikTok. I mean, there's just so many distractions, guys. Instagram. So we're trying to keep these like compressed, short, to the point, cover really good material, and then upload them on YouTube so that you can replay them, and then they will be in our Facebook pages. Like Wendy has, like I mentioned, she has a group, Wendy Rich Energy group, and then she got Wendy Rich Energy page. Then we both have a mutual joint page called Performance Enhancement Stem Cell Patches. I keep thinking I want to change the name to Performance Enhancing Stem Cell Patches. I don't know, just enhancing seems like it's ongoing, as opposed to enhancement seems like, I don't know.
I agree.
What do you think?
I agree. Well, you know what? I agree because it's not like, you can't just wear patch for a week or a month and then, you're like, that's it for life. It's cumulative, and to have your stem cells regenerating, you have to have it on. That's what keeps them going.
Enhancing.
So I
Okay.
think enhancing is a progress. It's an ongoing thing. I think that sounds more appropriate.
Yeah. Okay, guys, if you have, any suggestions, guys, and this is the cool thing, when you have an audience out there that can give you suggestions, it's like free, just give us suggestions, guys, because we'll take your suggestions, and then, if we use it, I mean, because this is more, just so you know, guys, okay, Wendy and I, our goal here is to morph this into a worldwide, this is going to be a worldwide portal, worldwide broadcast. So we're going to be broadcasting to the four corners, not just, to US markets or, and one of the things that I'm excited about, and I know Wendy is going to love this, is that imagine when you start having people from other countries coming in at different time zones. I mean, because people can watch our videos because they play, that's the nice thing about the videos. They play 24/7 while Wendy and I are sleeping. Our videos are still getting airtime somewhere. Mm-hmm. So that's the cool thing. That's the cool thing about doing these videos, because you don't have to wake up and do a video. And that's really why we're trying to come up with, enough of a feed of broadcasting on a regular basis. And, to do a half hour, 15-minute, 5-minute video every day, it's just, the more we do, it gives, and the variety that we have, it gives more people an opportunity to learn and find out about these patches. And okay, so let's tell them where they can sample the patches. If they're ready to sample the patches today, where should they go?
Well, they can go to wendyrichenergy.com, and you can watch a little video there. You have to put your email in first, but it'll take you to the place to order. When you get to the place to order, it'll say, it'll ask you, you put your country in, and then you say join, but you don't actually join by clicking on there. It'll just take.
And so, the company, for those who want to be mobile, the thing I love about this company is they're so forward going, like they're futuristic. They have an app. It's called, what was it called? LifeWave in Touch.
The Life.
Right?
It's just the LifeWave. Yeah, let me look at it real quick.
I think it's In Touch. Oh, we might lose Wendy.
It is. It's LifeWave in Touch. Yeah, it's LifeWave in. But just sorry.
Yeah, she went into dark space, deep space.
I did.
For a second.
I went into my thoughts.
Yeah, that's a great app.
So if you download that app and you want to share that information, there's tons of awesome videos in that app to watch for yourself, but also to share with people that you want to, say you want to sign up and you want to get going on it, and you want your friends or, relatives, ones that you can help. You can actually share the videos with them using that app.
Yeah, it's just blew me away. And it's the kind of thing where we want to help for those that are looking at a side hustle, wanting to do this as a business. We could sit down with you. We would take time, like one-on-one, especially, if you're looking to be serious and not just wanting to like a little side hobby. Sometimes people look at a side hustle and they think, oh, it's just a side hustle. It's like a hobby, well, it's just a hobby. I'll make a few bucks. No, we have people that this is a game changer, guys. This could buy you any car you want, live anywhere you want. You could have the lifestyle that you really have ever dreamed about. This company can offer it. Wendy and I are not trying to, entice people just with that, because we believe in the health side of it, and that's also kind of our focus. But trust me, guys. Yeah, I was just going to say, Wendy and I are not doing this because, we also think that there's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, so to speak. I mean, there is rewards. This company rewards and bonuses people. Amazing. I mean, I've just seen some of the incomes, because people have shared it with me. And, imagine not having to get up and hit your alarm clock every morning, because you get up when you're finished sleeping, not when your alarm clock goes off. I mean, that's a goal of a lot of people. It's like, oh, shoot, man, I have to be here. I have to be there. With this business, guys, once you understand the potential, this business, like, you could take your laptop, you could take your smartphone, and that's your business. Wherever you go, wherever there's Wi-Fi, that's your business, guys. You could share it with.
Yeah, as long as you can talk to people and use a computer. I mean, it's like, and it's simple. It's not hard. It's not hard work. It's very simple.
And Wendy and I would love to, train you too, because we have some really great training on how to use social media effectively, like how to use Facebook properly, and not just waste time adding a bunch of people, friending a bunch of people that are not going to help build your business. Like we'll show you how to use Facebook. If you want to build a business, we could show you how to do that, and when you're part of our team, like normally I would charge, like me personally, I would charge like almost $1,000 just for the Facebook training. However, when you join our team, it's zero. So that's, some of the little perks that we would give you. And yeah, I mean, it's just being part of a team, being part of people that and we'd love to hear your story too. We want to put you on our broadcast so that you can share it with people that and what happens, Wendy, if somebody just goes out and gets 10 people and teaches those 10 people to get 10 people, 10 times 10 times 10, I mean, pretty soon that number starts to grow exponentially, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I made my calculator for that, but yeah.
I mean, if you could help 10 people in 30 days, yeah, use your calculator. Let's just see what the numbers look like. So you get 10 people in your first.
Well, my calculator's on my phone, so I'm gonna have to.
Okay, let me use mine. I have two phones. One's not even doing anything. So if you got 10 people, let's just make this math really easy, right? Just 10 who get 10, right? So 10 times 10 times 10, that's 3 times 10, that's 4 times 10. Okay, 5. So 5 cycles. I don't know if you can see that.
100,000.
Right? And if you had 100,000 people and you just started helping 10 and those 10 just duplicated you and it went out exponentially, let's just say that every time somebody ordered a patch, you made, we'll just make it real simple, $20. You just made $20. I don't know if you could handle that on a monthly basis.
Right, we can't see it, right there.
Okay. I don't know if you could handle that on a monthly basis, Wendy.
Yeah, but that's actually going low because you make more than that off of when you. But yeah, I can handle that.
Yeah, I mean that's just like grocery money. That's just on a monthly basis, just for groceries. And I'm being facetious, but seriously, guys, you could start this. And if you've been unemployed, if you've been waiting, like unemployment's gone now. I mean, I don't know if it's going to continue or what, but guys, this is an amazing side hustle that you can add while you're doing whatever else you're doing, you know. So we recommend like an hour a day, maybe 2 hours a day at least to start.
Yeah, I mean that's good. Doesn't even have to be that much, but I mean to get a good start, you know, yeah, at least that. But
So,
an hour, yeah, and even a half hour a day, but a half hour, yeah, doesn't take much, and it's
No.
fun. So it's kind of like instead of wasting time watching, you know, rewatching episodes you've already seen that are not gonna like get you any kind of income. You could, you know, take a little time from that and, you know, build a big business and help others.
Tony Robbins said it once really nice, and I never forget what he said. He goes, people who watch reruns over and over, it's like, get an effing life, is what he said. He used, you know, he said, get an effing life, man. It's like, you don't realize all that time, like, what is a rerun going to do for you? It's not going to it's not going to feed you. It's not going to put money on, you know, it's not going to put money on the table. It's not going to really help your family. I mean, and that's how we get addicted to these. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and we only have so many hours, you know, a day, and you know, if you could just take maybe 1 hour and put it towards something that's gonna like really, you know, help out your family.
Totally. So right now, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to, after this video is over, once we leave, it's going to go to YouTube. It's going to be posted on Facebook. And then Wendy and I are going to create a schedule. So you're going to be able to, you know, pick the days and the topics. So if you see a topic that you like, we're going to have these in our calendar. So it's going to be a calendar of events. And then you just pick the one that you want to attend, and share this video too. You know, share it with people that you know that might have like anxiety or, you know, that are suffering with
Depression, anxiety, any kind of mood disorder.
Yeah, share this video. You know, it's the easiest way just to share it. And
I have to tell you one thing with the like the anxiety. I don't know if it's OCD or if it's anxiety or it's a mixture. You know, my thing I've had with bees, like where I've literally put my life at risk to to run away from bees before. It's getting better and better. I was sitting on my porch with my mom by a pool yesterday evening trying to eat, and there was 3 wasps that just, and for the first time in my life, I just sat there and I didn't even get up. I was like,
wow.
It didn't even affect me because I was like, normally they make my anxiety just so crazy I can't even see straight.
Wow.
And I didn't care. And my mom was the one, and I'm thinking, God, she's calm down. Like, this is just a bee. And then I'm thinking, I used to act just like her.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's where you got it from.
Well, no, my dad's worse than her, so I got it from both.
Oh, wow.
Well, he was, yeah.
So
my dad was actually a lot worse than her.
Now, are these like honeybees or just like any kind of a wasp? Or, you know,
any kind of bee or wasp, but wasps have always been worse for me, and these were wasps yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've stepped on my share of bees, and I didn't like the feeling because the stinger you had to pull out, and your foot swells up, or So yeah, I've definitely. I'm not a fan of bees, and sometimes, like if the bee gets mad, I've actually seen bees get mad where they chase you.
Yeah, they chase. I think they can sense when you're scared because yesterday they weren't even. Usually, when I see one and they could tell I'm instantly scared, they will chase me. I'll like run in circles around the yard and like trip over things and jump off of things. I'm serious. And I did not do that yesterday, and they kind of left me alone. And I was like, but they were bothering my mom because she was the one reacting. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is insane.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's crazy.
Then maybe that we should have a bee patch, a patch for bees,
Oh, I do. Whatever I was wearing yesterday.
Document some of the things that you're noticing, because that's what I try to do. Like when I experiment, look, guys, this is such a new technology that there are things that we don't even know yet that these patches could help with. I mean, just somebody told me that they made this hat where they put like 3 or 4 different patches on, and it would do like amazing things just by wearing this hat, you know. It's kind of like you just experiment with some of these because it's non-transdermal. It's not going to interfere with anything that you're doing. And, you know, sometimes, I mean, people put it right on their cut.
We talked to somebody, remember, that put it on their eye, and I don't remember what their issue was, but they put it on their actual eye. And I do remember that story.
Was it like cataracts or something, or they had some kind of surgery? Do you remember if it was surgery or?
I don't remember. Yeah. We'll have to find that out and talk about that later.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking too. I mean, you know, don't be afraid to ask questions. And then what we're doing is the Wendy Rich Energy group. That's sort of like a forum where we want people to just come in and then they can ask their questions and post questions. It's mostly for that. You know, we don't want people to come in and start trying to sell and pitch their stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's really just for us as LifeWave patchers, you know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But we want people to, you know, be able to come in and say, hey, I just found something, or I just tried this. And, you know, so the more people that join the community and the more different testimonials, more different stories, you know, some people have like great results putting a patch, you know, behind their head or, you know, whatever. I just talked to my daughter yesterday and I told her like, you know, the different places where she could put her patch. She's got 2 different patches. And the X39, the thing about the X39, Wendy, that's like what is it? Like a general patch?
It's kind of like it's like the universal one. It's like, it goes to like, cause all of our cells, you know, it goes to our whole body, like wherever we need it. But so the X39 would be the one that you'd want maybe to start out with for sure.
Right.
But then if you have an area that you know you have a specific problem with, like you know you have anxiety, or you know you have depression, or you know you have a joint issue, or you know you have maybe a disorder where you don't build muscle very well, you know you have degenerative muscle tissue, maybe you'd want to go with the carnosine, because that one's for building muscle.
Right.
You know, that's when you would go to specific ones, or I think the skin one, so you're having skin issues, the X39 will help with skin issues. But if you want something to even be more focused, give it like an additional, you know, skin support, you'd want to go with the Alvita, because it helps, it really focuses on the skin specifically. And
that's why people kind of piggyback the other patches on the X39, because they're already wearing the X39, and then they'll add maybe, you know, like I usually add a carnosine, I usually add a glutathione. Sometimes I'll add the Alavita, but I'll do that like at night.
At night, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Yeah, so that's it, guys. We're really excited because starting, you know, like now, this week, we're going to be hitting a lot of different it's so weird because your arm must be like, you must have like amazing muscles now.
Well, this arm's like, I got like my biceps like just got this big old round thing on it right now. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's getting tired, but you know what? It's good exercise. And I keep reaching for going like this because my phone keeps ringing and I keep trying to shut it off, or I keep trying to decline the call. Well,
next time we'll use your laptop.
I kind of did this like dyslexia thing. I think I did it backwards.
Okay. No, you're good. That's fine. That's cool. Okay, guys. So look for that calendar and send your questions in. Join the Wendy Rich Energy group. Please join that group, because that group is where all our archived videos are at. We're going to post, you know, some of the updates, anything that's coming, like, and, you know, right now because of COVID-19 and all this stuff, we don't know if we're really going to have an event. But I know last year there was an event in Las Vegas with LifeWave. So we're not sure exactly, you know, what LifeWave is going to do this year. We'll keep you posted on that, because that would be huge, guys. I mean, you know, if they could even open
what month was
up.
it last year? Because I wasn't quite
September.
September, okay.
Yeah, it was before. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on. No. You know what? I take that back. It was in January. Yeah, it was in
Oh,
January
okay,
of
okay,
2020.
okay.
Yeah, it was like just after, what was it? Oh man, what was, yeah, because
Oh, so then
yeah, I don't know if I
I
had
missed
mentioned it
it.
to you. Right. And I
missed it.
missed it
Yeah.
too. You know, I forget why though. There was a reason why I missed it. But that I saw some of the highlights of that, and that was pretty amazing. Because the company is growing so big, guys. One of the things you have to understand is they're hiring like their executive, you know, guys that are actually inside making all the stuff happen, right? We're on the outside. We're like the distributors, the distribution team, the sales force, if you want to call us that. And so we're out in the public, and we're the ones that are marketing. We're trying to connect with people and help people and train. But these events, I think they happen once a year. So whenever the next event is, who knows?
I'm gonna
if
be
it's
there
gonna,
next time.
well, of course. I mean,
I'm excited.
yeah, I mean, it's so exciting, guys, because so many people from all over the world are there. I mean, Japan, oh my God, there were so many Japanese people there from Japan because they're just, see, one thing about people that are in other cultures, like, you know, something is good when they're all over it, right? What is the thing that the Japanese were really big in is
They're
alkaline water.
really big on alkaline water. All their hospitals use medical grade,
Right.
you know, alkaline water machines. Yeah,
And they're big on LifeWave, guys.
Mm.
I every time I look at the report of new people coming in, I just see Japan. Like, Japan is one of the, let me see if I can remember this exactly. The World Health Organization has a list of countries where they rank, right, in terms of
Yep.
health and disease and so
Japan's
forth.
like up on the top. Yeah.
It's on the top. And so
Yep.
that tells you something, guys. If Japan is on the top and they're wearing LifeWave patching and they're patching with LifeWave, what else do I have to say? I mean, that right there should be, you know, like, you would want to do it just because the Japanese are doing it and they see something good in LifeWave that's working. Does that make sense? So I bet you didn't know that, huh?
I actually knew that. If you're talking to me.
No, I'm talking to the bee over there. I'm talking to the wasp on my window.
What? Where? Oh.
On my window. That is
Okay.
totally bonding with me because I'm so relaxed and calm.
Yeah.
That's what you got to learn to do, man.
One
Anyhow.
of these days, I'm gonna prove to everybody. I'm gonna actually go and buy a beehive, and I'm just gonna let the bees be like all over me.
Well,
Be,
no, what you're going to do is you're going to let the bee crawl on your arm, and then just kind of, you know, sign language it or something, and not fear and worry. Because I tell you, the thing that really gets people is if you are allergic to bees.
I'm not allergic, and I don't even think it hurts that bad to get stung. I literally had this, like, it would make, like, when they fly around my ear and my head, and like it would literally like just make me anxious, like I was afraid they were gonna go like inside my ear and like.
So there was no proof, right? So there was no proof anywhere, right? Just this false evidence that appeared real.
Yeah.
Right, Wendy?
And then the worst case scenario, they stung me. It wasn't even that big. Wouldn't be that big of a deal anyways.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, I'm having an awesome day, guys. Wendy, you're having an awesome day. Thank you guys for watching us. And next time we will start early. I think we're going to do these earlier, right, Wendy? We're going to see if we can.
Yeah, we want to try starting to do these in the morning instead of the afternoon. Yeah.
So maybe that will work better for the people overseas because they're 12 hours. So, you know, somebody.
But it depends on the weather. I just had to throw this in there because I haven't used this one on you, whether or not I feel like it. Just kidding.
Depends on the weather, huh? Wait a minute. If we're indoors in air conditioning.
No, you're not listening. It's a joke. It depends on the weather.
Whether or not.
I feel like it. But I'm just joking. We're going to start doing it in the morning. I'm just being funny.
Okay. Guys, Wendy's the boss, just so you know. So she's running the show here, and I'm just like her assistant. So I just want you to know that. Like, Wendy really is like the brains behind this whole thing. And I just kind of show up just to look kind of pretty and stuff. And that's why she even has me here. But she is really the genius. She is I mean, she's amazing, and I thank you, Wendy. You know, I really do mean that. Thank you. You do amazing research. You do some amazing, fact finding, and it's really,
I
fact.
think it's our team. It's our team. We got a great team.
It's fact checking. Like we have to fact check everything these days, right? Just because there's so much nonsense and fake whatever on social media and wherever, and people are just throwing out stuff, and we don't know what's right. And I don't believe 90% of what's in the media anyhow. That's me personally, but so we will always fact check for you guys. Wendy's really a stickler with that. She will tell you something unless she knows 100% that it's fact and it can be verified and stuff like that. And I think that's great. I mean, we don't want to give you any misinformation in terms of using patches for things that we might not know. Like somebody asked about, what was it, traumatic brain injury or something like that, I think.
And we didn't give an answer because we don't really know about that. So we're looking into it. We're trying to find an answer.
Yeah.
To see if there's been any more, studies that we don't know of. So yeah, we're looking into that.
But every now and then somebody's going to throw us a little curve, and Wendy's the one that's going to be the one to verify it and fact check it and make sure, if we can get you the information. But, because, and always, Wendy and I always want you to check with your, before
Physician.
you do. Yes. Just because we're not, we don't want to be responsible. And even LifeWave says that too, always check with your physician your doctor, if you're on some kind of program, or if you're on scripts, and even though this doesn't interfere with it. So okay, guys, hey, thank you for your attention. We will see you tomorrow, earlier, a little brighter and earlier.
Yes.
And with that, I guess we're going to say, I don't want to salute because I'm not in the military, and I'll just say, God bless, peace. Yeah. Peace out, or God bless, throw some spirituality at you. And I hope that you guys are having an awesome rest of your day. Wendy, thank you as always. And we will see you guys soon.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.